Rundown, Thursday, November 2nd. We're brought to you by C4 Energy. C4 Energy, energy that hits in the gym and on the field. It is the choice for athletes, gym junkies, and those who relentlessly seek better performance. With zero sugar, enhanced endurance, and explosive energy, you can feel C4 Performance Energy is the choice for professional athletes just like Justin Fields, Garrett Wilson, CJ Stroud, and Bijan Robinson. And look, Billy Football, Roan loves the C4 Energy. Two athletes right here. C4 Performance Energy, energy that hits. Find the C4 Energy yellow can at c4energy.com or find it near you at c4.com. As you said, Roan, a broken down Billy Football. We'll get to that in a little bit. I'm guessing how long have you had that ice on already?
I've been going on and off for about an hour now.
Okay.
Yeah.
So how long's this session right here?
This session we just started when we sat down.
Okay. All right. That's fair.
Yeah.
That's fair. So we'll get into it.
Why? What's your recommendation?
For broken ankles? Hospital. That is my recommendation.
What's like a second opinion?
Second opinion? Amputation? I would not know what to do. That's the wife's category. Texas Rangers win the World Series. Baseball officially ended, a week and a half ago? But the Texas Rangers win the World Series, beat the Arizona Diamondbacks last night 5-0 to win the World Series 4-1 in the lowest viewed World Series in history. Corey Seager wins a second MVP. Good for him. Fourth player to win MVP twice. Sandy Koufax, Bob Gibson, Reggie Jackson. Billy, what do you know about Bob Gibson?
I have no fucking idea. Absolutely zero. I know Sandy Koufax.
Yeah, and Reggie Jackson.
Yeah, and Reggie Jackson.
Bob Gibson was an old pitcher for the St. Louis Cardinals. He was so dominant, they actually had to lower the mound the next season.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's badass.
Very bad.
Corey Seager, I feel like will be, I don't want to say forgotten about, but like a deep cut trivia question.
He's 29 years old. Some people think he's already a Hall of Famer. He's been in the league 9 years. I think his brother Kyle will be more of the trivia question because he wasn't a bad player for the Mariners. Corey's a stud. He's an absolute stud. Dodgers just let him go. They asked him about it in postgame last night. Like, hey, why'd the Dodgers let you go? And he's just like, I don't fucking know. Nobody knows. Look at him.
How many innings of postseason or of World Series baseball did you watch after the Phillies were eliminated?
Oh, I told you baseball was over last week.
Yeah.
Like that was it.
Didn't watch a pitch?
Didn't watch a single pitch.
I think this has everything to do with the pitch count. We had a shitty World Series. We inputted the pitch count this year, and people didn't want to go to games.
What do you mean pitch count? Pitch clock?
Pitch clock, yeah. That's what I meant.
Yeah.
Pitch clock. Went to a game, and I was like, this is like robbing us. The tickets are the same price. It's way less time.
So you want to have the baseball experience of when you're there for 5 hours?
Yes. Because then you I'm going to a baseball game. I'm going to a Yankees game. No one gives you any sort of responsibilities that day. It wipes out your whole day. Where it's we'll come back after the game and do this. No, I have a whole block of time. No one knows where I am, knows what I'm doing. I can get up to whatever. Extra innings.
So screw the majority of society who thinks that the pitch clock saved baseball and people's lives and time. Yeah. Because Billy Football wants the entire day to himself to not do it.
Exactly.
I would love to see the math on beer sales because if we're cutting off 33% of the game, beer sales have to go down 33%, don't you think? I feel like going to a baseball game this year, it was like, damn, this shit is moving through. Yeah. You maybe get two 24 ounces.
Yeah, you can only get two tall boys.
They did push it back an inning. They used to have to.
Used to be 7th inning. Now
you can buy it in the 8th.
Yeah.
That is nice. But it's
Or, Bill, you can go to a place like Philadelphia where it's awesome. There are bars all over the place. You can go to the game and then go to the bar and alleviate responsibility.
No, but the thing is, then you're just going to the bar. That, your game time's over. People why didn't you come back after the game? It was you went to the bar.
So you need an excuse to drink.
Well, parents, people.
What about a tailgate? Kids. What about going in early?
Yeah, going in early, yeah.
Early to tailgate or something like that. But you were going to Yankees games? There's not good tailgating up there.
So.
Yeah, it's tough.
And that's baseball. Rest in peace, Bobby Knight. Passes away at 83. Obviously won a bunch with Indiana. He's known as the General from West Point, where he spent some time there, and then Texas Tech. Is Bobby Knight the last coach to be able to coach the way that he did?
You count Coach K coaching the way that he did, or you think he's...
No. Because Bobby Knight would embarrass people to their face, and then the media. It's kind of like the last real hardo basketball coach.
Yeah, like drill sergeant, like they're just gonna fucking undress. Because Coach K also has that military background, and he was strict, but he wasn't like.
He wasn't undressing you.
He wouldn't undress you, and that was a dying breed. Well, bad choice of word. Bobby Knight punches maybe policemen at Pan Am games.
He's intense.
I love how it was like maybe was a policeman.
He was intense.
Pan Am, it could have been someone
He was
impersonating.
a security guard at the stadium.
I mean, Bill, you still see it in football, like
Yeah.
those types of coaches, but basketball.
Are they getting weeded out in football? You think that they're like football coaches aren't as
At the college level, like
sure.
Northwestern is a good example. Like that whole thing. Like hardo coaches, like now they're saying that these coaches like gaslit them and stuff and using like therapy words, and coaches are like, what the fuck? I'm just coaching.
Yeah, that's tough.
Half of being a good coach is gaslighting your players into doing harder than they should. Like it's true. Like getting the most out of your players is literally gaslighting your players to push it to the limit where they're like sacrificing their self.
Yeah, half of being a college coach is gaslighting you to instead of going to James Madison or Delaware and have fun in college, go to a D3 school where you're promised basically a starting spot freshman year, and you get to camp, and not only do they not know your name, you're placed in the exact opposite position at tight end instead of where you're recruiting for as linebacker. That's good coaching right there.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah, everyone has that story. Everyone who like didn't
Yeah,
go,
you guys-
and, like, yeah.
It's a D3 classic, baby.
Yeah, exactly.
Damn, you guys have the same story. That's
Yeah.
fucking. So, what was your first age in football when they started saying like shit you wouldn't say in front of your parents? How old were you? What level of football was it?
Middle school.
Yeah, middle school. Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely middle school. And that's when I started playing football.
Yeah?
Like I wasn't a peewee kid.
Do you remember what
they
kind
say
of
at a
shit?
peewee level?
Yeah. What kind of shit were they saying to you in middle school?
Well, it wasn't even what they were saying, it's what they were doing along with what they were saying. We would be in 7th grade and we would do sideline drills where I was 90 pounds going up against somebody who was like 200 pounds, and it was just basically a full-on high-speed collision where you had no chance. And you would get up and you get your bell rung, and then it would be you take your helmet off because you feel uncomfortable, and you fucking pussy, you take a lap right now. And it's just like, okay, and back then it's just the way it is. I had braces. Remember the day I got braces, you had to keep your mouthpiece in 24/7 during football practice. The day I got braces, my teeth kind of hurt. I took my mouthpiece off. I ran like 3 miles that day, full pads.
Brutal. You're probably bleeding from your gums.
Oklahoma in a hallway.
Oh, yeah.
Because you kept running out of bounds. So like, if you're gonna keep running out of bounds in the Oklahoma, we're gonna do it in a hallway. So you couldn't. And that was at like the sleepaway camp portion where they had hallways that they could just take you to.
Yeah, I didn't even play freshman football in high school, but everybody was like, the horror stories of the coaches being like, "I'm gonna fuck your mom." Like, I'm gonna fuck your mom in front of you. Like, oh my God.
But
Good old
you know,
St. Joe's Prep.
Yeah, they're 14. Dude.
Yeah.
you sometimes miss that.
Rest in peace, Bobby Knight. But what is Marvin Harrison Jr.'s younger brother at the prep now too?
Is he?
Jet? No, I don't know. I'm asking.
Oh, probably. I don't know. You're more plugged in Philly than I am.
I'm not sure. There was a blog today saying how his younger brother is better than he is already, and his name's Jet.
That's
which
fucking
is awesome.
That's badass. Damn. It's tough to be better than Marvin Harrison.
Yeah, so I assume he's at the prep right now. But for those of you who don't know, St. Joe's Prep, where Roan went, where Blaze went, probably one of the most famous schools in Philadelphia, if not the most famous.
DeAndre Swift.
Yeah, DeAndre Swift, Mac from Always Sunny, Rich Gannon.
Kyle McCord, now Ohio State's quarterback.
Marvin Harrison Jr.
Marvin Harrison Jr.
He's an absolute powerhouse.
Jeremiah Trotter Jr.,
Yep.
who's going to be a first
Max,
round
man.
pick.
Did Matty Ice go there?
No, he went to Penn Charter.
Yeah.
You're on it, though.
Yeah,
You're on it,
'cause
Billy.
that's a crazy stat that, why am I forgetting his name right now? Matty Ice was from
Matt Ryan.
Matt Ryan
Yeah,
went
yeah.
to school outside of Philly.
Yeah, it doesn't seem.
And he has a southern accent, but like he played in Atlanta. So.
Oh, you get grown to the culture there. So rest in peace, Bobby Knight. SimpliSafe. There's never a wrong time to protect your home, but this fall happens to be an especially good time because you can get up to 50% off a brand new SimpliSafe home security system. It was the it was named the best home security of 2023 by U.S. News and World Report. SimpliSafe is comprehensive protection for the whole home with advanced sensors that detect break-ins, fires, floods, and more, plus HD cameras for both inside and out. It is powered by 24/7 professional monitoring for less than $1 a day, half the cost of a traditional home security. We're looking for a home security system right now in suburban Pennsylvania. You got convicts escaping left and right, 10 minutes from the home.
Cavalcante?
Yeah.
Cavalcade?
We need a security system. We're getting SimpliSafe installed Aora because satisfaction is backed by SimpliSafe's money-back guarantee. Try SimpliSafe 60 days risk-free. If you don't love it, return your system for a full refund. We will not, because we will be guaranteed safe under SimpliSafe.
Try it, Aora.
Aora right now. For a limited time, listeners can get a special 50% off any SimpliSafe system with a Fast Protect plan. Visit simplisafe.com/rundown. That's simplisafe.com/rundown. There's no safe
Like SimpliSafe.
Boom.
Let's go.
There are reports that Sixers owner Josh Harris wants to trade for Bill Belichick. Now, why is that confusing, Ron?
Sixers, which part of it? It's all confusing.
It's all very confusing because Josh Harris owns the Sixers, owns the Devils, and owns the Washington Commanders. Tell me how that's legal in this system today.
It doesn't make any sense. You can't love all your children equally in a situation like that, and you're going to wind up screwing over one of the franchises. Everybody loves the NFL the most. He's going to screw over the Sixers by not caring enough.
And he's going to screw over the Washington Commanders by trading for Bill Belichick in the offseason. That means the Patriots will not have to fire Bill Belichick and would avoid any additional financial obligations like a buyout, and they'll get something in return, probably multiple first-round picks, maybe bring in Matt Patricia as well. As we know, the Commanders just traded away Chase Young and Montez Sweat at the trade deadline. So I don't know, Billy, you're Patriots, man. It's a good move, bad move. What do you want to see happen here?
Well, the thing is with the Patriots is that if Bill Belichick beats the Jets and the Bills every season, then he'll keep his job. And that is why whenever he's playing the Jets or the Bills, he brings a whole stack of, he throws the whole kitchen sink at them when they play. That's why a shitty Patriots team, who were the two teams that they upset, the Jets and the Bills.
That did not answer any question.
Yeah, so I don't think they're going to do this because he's able to just beat the Jets and the Bills every year somehow.
So you're saying a six-time Super Bowl winning coach and owner will be content with somebody just winning 4 games a year, beating the Jets and Bills?
Yeah, because the fan base will still love them. Once they start, think about this. If the Patriots lose to the Jets, and the thing is, if you look at it right now, the Jets are on a winning streak. They're looking decent. But if they, lose to the Jets, the fan base is going to start being like, hey, wait, shit, this thing's going downhill. Because, that's the first sign.
I think that it would be an absolute coup for the Patriots if they make that trade happen, just because... look at what happened with Sean Payton getting traded. Sean Payton's washed up. Sean Payton is not good anymore. Say what you want about his win this past weekend.
They're 3-5. They're not as bad as getting blown out by 70 against the Dolphins would seem. They're kind of in the thick. And I hate the Broncos. Hate them, but they're not as bad.
But they're as good as he's as good as Nathaniel Hackett. They're at the same spot they were last year.
Right now, yes.
Right
but
now.
I'd still say let them finish the season before the jury's out on that.
So do you think that they'll have a winning record?
I think that Russell Wilson is having not a prototypical Russell Wilson with the Seahawks Super Bowl winning year, but he is having a very underrated season, and I think they can turn it around at this point. Will they? Probably not, but they're kind of right there.
Yeah, they're in the mix. They're 3-5 is not that. That's not a damning sentence.
Well, here's the thing. Would you want to see, as an NFC East guru, would you want to see Belichick in the NFC East? Do you think
no,
that
because imagine how he would play against us as a division team. I don't think he's turning that team around, but at the same time, the Patriots have to move on from the era of Belichick and Brady. That era is over, and this would be the best way to do it. You're getting first-round picks, probably multiple first-round picks for him. Got to be one of the highest price tags ever on a coach if they can actually trade for him. But it's just do you have the balls to be okay, I'm starting fresh?
Oh, I think it's a complete overreaction by the Commanders to do that, especially when you see what Belichick's done since Brady left.
So would you like to have him in the division?
No, because he would show some sort of competency.
Yeah.
Unlike Ron
yeah.
Rivera and what they had before with Jay Gruden even back. The Commanders haven't won 11 games since like 1992, since they won their last Super Bowl. 91.
That's terrible.
That's impressive.
But this would be further incompetency if they traded multiple first-round picks for it after the trades of their defensive ends.
It would be for them, but you are correct in saying that they would at least give the Eagles more of a fight. So therefore, I do not want this to happen. Jorge Soler of the Miami Marlins and the 2021 World Series champion Atlanta Braves is being sued by a fan because during the 2021 World Series, he threw a ball into the stands of right field. It hit the lady in the eye. Photos look bad, and the quote from the lawsuit is defendant Soler threw the ball with such force and speed that it hit Mr. Norris. Oh, I thought it was a lady. Yeah. It hit Norris, possibly Miss Norris. Hey, guy, girl, however you like to identify yourself. It hit somebody in the eye, causing extensive damage. The photos look rough. I need to see tape on how hard Soler chucked this ball into the stands in order to make a decision here. Because if he crow hopped and threw it in there, that's one thing. But a general toss into the stands, yes, she got hurt. But, I mean, how many times is an outfielder throwing the ball or a coach just chucking the ball in the stands?
So here's the situation. You know, most people are, like, looking for balls when they come flying in. Like, you know, like at a baseball game trying to catch a ball.
Yeah, it's ideal.
Yeah. Like, everyone's excited for that. Right? Unfortunately, we probably just found one person who wasn't paying attention, got hit, and now they have medical bills. You know, they might not be in the place to pay them, or they don't feel that they should pay them.
It's an unfortunate situation.
And the reality of the modern day is that there's insurance by the team, and Soler will not have to actually pay out of pocket for any of this. And she's going to recoup whatever expenses and maybe, you know, get a little extra for whatever happened to her. So at the end of the day, it does suck, and it doesn't make sense to us. But, you know.
Well, that's why I kind of need to see the video, because I'm guaranteeing he didn't crow hop and chuck it in the stands. But if he did, that's an issue.
But don't they have that at every game? Don't they have like the video of like beware of balls and bats that may go into the crowd? Like if someone hit a home run and you tried to catch it, missed it, and you got smoked in the face, are you going to sue the guy that hit the home run? I think it's part of the fan experience. She wasn't paying attention. She's suing 2 years after the fact. I feel like there's a little bit of ambulance chasing going on.
Yeah, bureaucracy works too. Yeah. This is the second time I've heard of a fan suing due to being hit by a projectile on a baseball field. The first time was a grandmother at Citizens Bank Park who unfortunately got in the way of the Philly Fanatics hot dog gun. And
she got smoked?
Got smoked.
No, that's brutal.
Smoked.
It
was a rough one. I forget exactly when it happened. Yeah, hit in the eye with the hot dog gun, and
not the eye.
Rush the potential lawsuit. Hey man, that thing fires.
Oh yeah.
And you gotta let the fanatic go. You take away. It's like taking away a grandfather's keys and he dies a week later. You can't take away the fanatic's hot dog. You don't know what's going to happen.
Oh, that's the only he's holding on.
Exactly.
That's the only thing that he has.
Exactly. Krispy Kreme sales are plummeting due to Ozempic. According to an article in the Daily Mail, Krispy Kreme sales have been down. Experts predict companies like Krispy Kreme could face a tobacco-like demise due to increasingly popular weight loss drugs like Ozempic. According to a recent survey, 50% of Americans have personally used Ozempic, while 47% of people know someone who has. Do we have anybody in the office have taken Ozempic? Joey has?
Joey
Dana.
and Stu used to.
Used to?
Yeah.
How long has this been out?
Dana? Oh yeah, Dana is too.
Dana's officially doing it right now? That was a joke, right?
Unless he was just lying and doing a bit. Like
No, 'cause
he was on the rundown, he talked about it and said he was on Ozempic.
Holy
Go
shit.
try to find him quick.
Yeah,
I'm
but
not sure
you know what's the
where it is.
craziest thing about this drug, and I was researching it, a lot of people, like gambling addicts and people with a multitude of addictions have stopped having impulses when on Ozempic, and they're wondering how the neural pathways that deal with addiction are being like stopped by Ozempic, which is some sort of, you know, it deals with the same pathways that diabetes impacts. So like I don't know how exactly it works, but it has something to do with like insulin reactivity and your body burning more fat. But it doesn't make sense why it
Well, it
causes.
probably controls your dopamine.
Yeah.
In some ways.
Yeah. But like, for example, the demise isn't because your body's burning more fat. It's because sugar addicts are stopped being addicted to sugar, like Krispy Kreme.
That's fucking nuts. I don't know how Krispy Kreme can draw a direct correlation to this, though. Like, maybe Krispy Kreme's just, like, falling off. You know,
mean-
like, his Dunkin' Donuts going through this is every, like...
Coffee.
Yeah, that's true. They have a big...
Yeah.
But, and so does Ozempic work with coffee addiction? Because people are super addicted to coffee.
Yeah, but it's one of those things where, like, no one's like, I can't drink coffee, it's bad for me. So, like, there's no reason to stop.
Yeah, that's true.
Unless you're, like, financially...
Or if it's, like, I'm sure it does crazy shit to people's blood pressure, or, like,
Yeah, but those
probably
people
fuck
are
up your
already-
dad's colon or some shit.
Those people are already, like, stopped.
Yeah, they're already off of it.
Yeah.
I cannot believe 15% of Americans are on Ozempic.
Well, dude...
Have you seen 15%? Have you seen 50% of America today?
Yeah, but like, so are they all going to be
Self-included.
supermodels? Like, is everybody going to be skinny as
No,
fuck
dude,
within like a
Look
year?
at Trump nowadays. Trump has got the classic Ozempic look.
So what's the classic Ozempic look?
Where
Break it
your
down.
like face looks like you lose both muscle and fat. So like when fat people lose weight, like sometimes you can see they gain, like the muscle comes out from underneath. They like have a droopy, almost empty face. They look like a bag of bones, just skinny bones.
Damn, so they need to just
Interesting.
tighten up
They
the skin.
they lose a lot of muscle.
What's the long-term effects of this?
We don't know, dude. Like literally, it's basically they said that the FDA realized how serious obesity was when it came to the pandemic. So they're like, okay, what's riskier, being fat or a random drug that we don't know the side effects of?
And they're probably like, we're going to push through this vaccine. Let's push through everything.
Yeah,
like if we're just pushing
basically.
shit through, like let's just push through the Zempies.
Interesting. Well, Dr. William, you obviously are very astute with current medical knowledge. Why the fuck won't you go to the doctor for your broken ankle?
Because I'm in denial about it being broken. I think I can fix it myself.
Damn, it's broken?
No, someone basically like I heard it last night, and they're like, if you can't put pressure on it after 24 hours, then it's probably broken. It hasn't been 24 hours. I snapped it like 10 o'clock last night.
snapped it.
Like, a lot of people break things. I broke my tibia, and they said that the worst possible thing you can do is put any sort of pressure on it.
Yeah.
So,
No, I
say there's a fracture or a broken bone in your foot.
No, I wrapped it up. I compressed it.
Okay.
The thing is like
What happened?
there's actually a video.
Is it basketball?
Yeah, if you want to see it on Twitter,
Yeah, we
I
got to.
post it. Like this is what happened. We can get the instant replay.
Are we looking at a Paul George situation here? Do we need to look away?
Yeah, is this Kevin Ware?
Yeah.
No, look next to the ref's hand. Wait, pause it right.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
See it? Boom.
Yeah.
That was a twist.
Yeah. So
Bad twist.
yeah, it was honestly one of the most painful. Like I've like broken bones, fractured my vertebrae, like fractured my orbital, like got punched in the face, hit like stuff like that. Like this was the most painful thing. Oh, tore my meniscus and ACL. Like this was way
Worse than
more painful.
meniscus?
Yeah,
What, dude?
yeah. But like the thing is, remember when Mac Jones got hurt and he was like crying, he was getting helped off, and it was like, haha, Mac Jones, you're such a pussy. I was like, the first thing I thought was like,
Who was
I
laughing
shouldn't-
at Mac Jones in that situation?
Well, no, look up.
Was
Mac
it you?
Jones.
Were you
Yeah,
laughing?
Yes,
Laughing?
it was me.
That was definitely
It was me. Look up Mac Jones crying, and there's this funny ass photo of him when he's getting carried off. And I didn't tweet it, but I thought it, but like then I didn't tweet it. So I was looking for the tweet today, and I was like, apparently I didn't tweet it. And it just like, yeah, look, you see this? That was me last night.
Who was under your arm? It was Dana and Nick
Dana
Mulcahy
and
under
Nick
your arm.
Mulcahy. But like it was
Beating him up?
that, like I was writhing in pain. I hope that I have a low pain tolerance because that means this probably isn't as bad and I can go to Uganda and chase gorillas in the mountains.
Wait, so you could just kick back for a couple weeks and just put your foot up, and you don't have to worry about anything,
Yeah,
right?
well, why don't you you're going to Uganda, why don't you be a true content creator and just go into the woods and have the gorillas take care of you?
I was going to go look for some the content idea that I was going to look for like some some sort of
A healer?
bush magic to heal me. Like hopefully that
They probably have like a route that you can like
Sure, that's politically correct.
witch doctor. I think that's common.
Are you at all concerned going to Uganda? You said you're going to Egypt,
Yeah,
which is obviously very close to what's going on.
I'm now very.
What are your politics on Israel-Palestine?
No, all I know is if I was to be kidnapped of some way, before I thought I could like run away. Now I'm just dead in my tracks.
you got to fight. You have to stand and fight.
So you thought if Hamas was taking hostages in wherever you're at, you thought you would be able to run away.
Just sprint up the pyramid. Just gonna be at the top. Just slide down the back end.
That is the most dangerous part of the trip, is probably our stop in Cairo. But from the information I've gathered, where we're heading is just basically airport to the pyramids, and the Egyptian government is like, don't touch a fucking tourist or we'll kill you, type thing.
I heard that Cairo is super interesting though. I heard it's terrible for women. I heard that it's really right by the pyramids. There's like fucking McDonald's across the street and shit like that.
KFC.
Yeah, a KFC across the street. But there's also like
exactly what Colonel Sanders wanted.
Yeah.
yeah, the Colonel one. So I'm curious to know what your experience in Cairo is going to be like. I also think Francis saw I think he went to Uganda and saw the gorillas on his honeymoon.
He went to Rwanda.
Oh, Rwanda.
Yeah. He like went the back doorway through that territory. It's like on the border.
Oh.
He went through Rwanda.
So is that
we're going through Uganda.
How long are you going to be out there?
Dude, I'm going to be there like 11 days. So
What the fuck?
I was like, it's always one of those things, for some reason in my life, like everything is already like going to be like, not tough, but like it's going to be an experience and a challenge, like traveling that far, being that different of a place and a culture and climate, and like got like 5 vaccines before going there: typhoid, yellow fever, rabies 2.
Big dad question right here.
Yes.
You have your passport.
Yes, I do.
Okay, just making sure.
Airport Dad Smitty.
Yeah,
just check it in. Yeah, I have some extra. I have some hydroxychloroquine from when I went to Ethiopia.
Yeah, I got malaria medication. So like I'm in like this is just an added, like this just adds to the experience. Like just God gives his toughest battles to his strongest soldiers type thing. That's like the only way I get through shit like this, because I'm gonna be on a 10-hour flight to Egypt. And my shit's gonna hurt like fuck.
You need some perkies, brother.
I'm gonna be like, dude, I'm just gonna be hanging in there.
You need some kratom out there.
Yes, with what's going on in the world today, God gives its toughest battles to people.
Yeah. A broken egg, but like that's how you gotta get through it. You know what I'm saying? Like this will make me stronger.
You're gonna be the most tragic thing that's going on in the Middle East when you get over there. That's gonna be the biggest tragedy.
History books be written.
You gotta be positive. Like I'm not sweating this. That's all I'm saying.
Nice.
Good.
And something else might happen, and I'll just use the same mantra.
Well, no matter what you do, Billy, and I'm sure it's going to be great, you are going to be overshadowed, literally and figuratively, by Frank the Tank, who every single day seems like he's just doing something that is out of this world, like Fat Joe coming up to him and saying, "You're a celebrity, Frank the Tank."
Holy shit.
Frank, let me tell you, boy, you're a celebrity out here. You're a big boy.
How big is this, Ron?
This is like
cultural world.
Not even just culturally, but like as far as New York goes, he's getting closer and closer to the hardwood. Like Spike Lee's aware of him, Carmelo's aware of him, Fat Joe's aware of him. It's like so many people are aware. It's like the what is it? The Fabulous Life of Walter Mitty or whatever the fuck. Like
Secret Life of Walter.
The secret, or then what's the fabulous? Or I don't even know. But he is like he's entering this territory of like a Forrest Gump type of situation where it's just like the life story will contain all these crazy things that he just like casually did. Fabulous Life of the Rachel famous.
I don't want to correlate the similarities between his life and Forrest Gump, but it's like the happy-go-lucky, like Frank the Tank, just being put in these situations.
It's kind of similar, right?
It kind of is similar.
You know what I'm saying? Like he just just wound up here at half court of the game, or like I was at the hockey game and I like made the puck from fucking like it's just everything.
He'll find his way getting the Congressional Medal of Honor.
Yeah, playing ping pong against like a North Korean or some shit.
I'll tell you, Fat Joe is looking like Ozempic Joe right now. He's looking slim in that video.
Yeah.
Or I might just be comparing.
Arguably,
Yeah, wait, never mind.
They both might look slim.
Frank should probably send a thank you note to James Harden and Ben Simmons for making him a Knicks fan.
Wow, I didn't even put that together. That
Yeah.
he's a lifelong Nets guy, and there he is with the Knicks flapper. And I think Jenks has to have something to do with that.
Yeah,
Jenks put the hook in him, but
Assume so.
I think he is becoming this like Frank Lucas type of character in New York. Like he's going to be at like courtside in a fur coat, and they're going to be like, "Wait, let's look into how Frank's making his money."
Slinging dope in Harlem.
I really think it's going to be some
Coming
shit. They're going to like audit him because of his fucking his cameo money.
Does Jenks work here?
No.
He ran up to me on the street once, and I was like, "Hey, what?"
He doesn't work here, but he's like, well, I don't know how he makes money, but he's with Frank at all times. It's incredible, and I think they're doing walks
Yeah,
together.
they're doing walks, and good for Frank. Frank, I read that Frank is down from like 500 pounds, and now he's working on still getting better. I mean, Frank is the American dream.
Yes,
He is.
100%.
That's the rundown. Thank you very much.